Greetings, welcome to Learning Magic with Mr. John. Today we're going to be talking about the most basic magical technique, and that's meditation. Now for me, meditation, I simply go wherever. I prefer meditating in nature if possible, but you can sit in your house or anywhere. Now, you just simply sit down in a comfortable position. Some people use a half lotus position or a full lotus position. I can't even do that. I prefer Indian style. It's not rocket science-y, it's not hard. Now I do personally prefer to hook my hands in the Buddhist style, as you can see, while meditating. Many meditations require that you have your back straight, especially if you begin chakra charging or some of those meditations. But first you have to learn to sit still, and that's harder than you would think. It's harder than you would think because you're not used to doing it and your body will rebel. You'll get itches you never knew you had. You'll have scratches. You'll have to go to the bathroom suddenly. Your body's going to try to distract you. It's as if the body doesn't want you to not pay attention to it. But once you've mastered the ability to sit still, then you're going to want to learn to breathe. And breathing is simple. You breathe filling your entire lungs. Breathe out, emptying your entire lungs. With practice, you should be able to do this without even thinking about it, and you won't get too much oxygen or too little. Now, after you learn to meditate, this is how you want to learn to focus. Now, focus, I learned in the easiest way that I know to learn is to use an incense stick. And if you're meditating outdoors, there's some mosquitoes around here. If you're meditating outdoors, then the incense will help drive the mosquitoes away. You get your lit incense stick and you set it in the grass. Now this works particularly well in the dark, but it doesn't have to be in the dark. And if you use the same scent of incense, your mind gets used to meditating to that scent. So I switch it up personally. I got these for $40 for $1 at Walmart. It doesn't have to be a specific type of incense, unless you want to train yourself to use that specific type. Now, you simply focus your eyes on it. You try not to blink, but you will need to blink. So you simply focus your eyes on it and stay still and breathe. The amount of time that you do this, try to start off with 5 minutes and add a few minutes every day. An hour is optimal, but honestly, for me, I don't pay attention to how long I meditate anymore. I just do it. Sometimes I'll have an hour in me. Sometimes I'll have longer than an hour. Sometimes I'll only have 15 minutes. The point is to do it every day, to awaken your focus, to awaken your will, to help awaken your psychic centers, and it also teaches gnosis, which is required for powerful magic, and this is passive gnosis. And by gnosis I mean a magical trance state. It's simply a fancy word for magical trance state. Now, when you're sitting here and you're meditating, now you want to learn to vibrate. You can try the word Om. It's a simple word. Another good word that's used in many paths, particularly Hindu paths, is huuu. And huuu stands for unconditional love and the emptiness within. And by finding that emptiness, you're supposedly filling yourself with unconditional love. And there's huuu. Now, in my personal path, you know, I'm a Kabbalist, and in my personal path, I prefer God names. So, for instance, you could use Yadi Shin Vavi, or other names. The vibration, the mantra that you're using is up to you. Now, once you've learned to be able to do that for a period of time, then it's time to start visualizing. For Om, a simple visualization is to visualize that your Om is being carried to the far corners of the universe on the out-breath. And then it's being carried back to you on the in-breath. So you're sending it out to the universe and then you're receiving it. You're sending it out, then you're receiving it. Now, that's not the only thing you can use Om for. In fact, there's many things. You can use it to awaken your third eye. You can use it to charge chakras, so on and so forth. But to start, for beginner visualization, I think that, you know, sending it out and receiving it is a great way, because you're reaching the entire universe. You're becoming the macrocosm, the microcosm, as they would say, as above, so below, in many paths. You know, as in heaven, as on earth. For huuu, I personally like to visualize a glowing ball of energy in the air, and you huuu to the light and you just focus on it, you visualize it, and let the light change the way it will. Sometimes it'll open up and become a portal. I can astral through it. Other times it might become a shape. I might see something in it, like as in scrying. Lots of things can happen with that meditation. Sometimes a being will come out of the portal and begin to talk to me. It's all different. It's not the same thing over and over and over again when you visualize that. Once you've mastered vibration and basic visualization, now you might want to start some harder visualizations. A good way to learn that is to practice visualizing a square in midair right in front of you. And you can do it with your eyes closed and just see the square in your mind's eye, or you can do it open. And honestly, you want to practice both, because for many techniques, you'll need both. But do what feels best to you. Meditation is the cornerstone of magic. Meditative techniques will allow you to open so many magical doors. Scrying is a form of magic. Charging sigils is a form of magic. Invoking spirits and gods is a form of meditation. All of these are forms of meditation that require passive gnosis. It helps with divination. It helps open your intuition, open your third eye, open your chakras. It also has health benefits. Your memory should improve. And more importantly, you will become a more relaxed, peaceful person and a more spiritual person as you do practice this technique. And that's learning magic with Mr. John, and that's meditation. Thank you very much.